They were still laughing when everything shifted. Glasses clinked under the dim resort ballroom lights, shadows softening their cruelty. But I saw every twisted grin like it was spotlighted. I sat in the back row on purpose, the place they like to keep me, out of sight, out of significance. Kamal, my wife's brother, lifted his drink and said loudly enough for 3 tables to hear, "He's basically a fool, only good for factory labor." Not a single person corrected him. Not my wife. Not her father. Of course not. This was Kamal's triumph night, the grand celebration of him taking charge of the family's shiny new $75 million Hawaiian resort, their monument to excellence, as they proudly called it. Then her father stepped onto the stage, pulled out a gleaming Audi key, and announced, "We're proud of the son who made us better, not the one who drags his family's name into the dirt." His eyes locked directly onto mine. He wanted the words to hurt. They did, but not the way he expected. Because right as the applause rose like a wall of mockery, a man in a charcoal gray suit appeared beside me. Calm, precise, unfamiliar, yet strangely recognizable. He slipped a thick envelope into my hand and murmured, "Time to let them see who you actually are." That was the moment everything aligned. The past, the truth, the reckoning. I married into this family thinking kindness mattered. That hard work spoke for itself. I believed humility was admirable. That was my mistake. They measured worth by wealth, pure bloodlines, and social pedigree. I had none of the 3. At least, that's what they thought. I kept my wins quiet. I built slowly, invested silently, and never bragged about co-founding a tech startup. I didn't mention funding rounds or acquisition offers over dinner. My wife used to say my modesty was attractive. Then it became embarrassing, then pathetic. And the more my quiet success grew, the sharper their insults became, especially from Golden Boy Kamal. But the true blow came the afternoon my wife left her laptop open. Emails between her father, and Kamal. Plans to edge me out of the marriage. To block me from any family claim. To humiliate me out of their lives with no resistance. But the worst one, he's too soft, too trusting. He'll never fight back. My hands trembled reading it. Not from heartbreak. From clarity. They spoke only one language, power. So I answered in that language. For 8 months I prepared. Not out of revenge. Out of necessity. Out of justice. I had already secured a quiet 17% stake in their company through a holding firm they never bothered to investigate. They thought it belonged to an old competitor. They thought wrong. Then came the audits, the asset tracing, the off-book accounts Kamal hid, the illegal transfers the father approved, every signature, every shell company, every email, and the man who gave me the envelope, my business partner, the investor they once tried to cheat. He hadn't forgotten. He definitely hadn't forgiven. Our timelines synced perfectly. Inside the envelope was everything. Kamal's embezzlement trail, her father's tax fraud documents, and the finalized purchase of 51% controlling interest in their main company, finalized just hours earlier. Their empire belonged to me. I walked toward the stage as they toasted their legacy. My wife's smile faded when she saw the papers in my hand. Her father scoffed. Kamal smirked. I let them. Then I passed the microphone to my partner. His voice cut through the ballroom like a blade. He laid out every crime, every number, every transfer with surgical precision. The room froze. Her father's face drained. Kamal stammered weak denials. My wife whispered my name, soft, trembling. I didn't look at her. And when my signature as majority owner filled the projector screen, the silence shattered. I spoke only one line. Effective immediately, the resort, the company, and all assets are no longer yours. Kamal lunged. Security caught him. Her father tried to speak, but his voice collapsed. My wife broke into quiet sobs. I felt nothing. They were escorted out of their own celebration. The Audi keys slipped from her father's shaking hand. The board, now under my authority, voted them out unanimously. Kamal's promotion, gone. Their reputation, publicly dismantled within 2 days. Justice moves quickly when you design it yourself. A week later, I stood on the resort balcony, warm Hawaiian wind brushing over me, the ocean below calm and vast. My wife sent one final message. "Why did you do this to us?" I didn't answer. She never understood. I didn't ruin them. I simply removed the mask they forced me to wear and let the truth do the rest. People reveal their real selves when they think you're powerless. My silence was never weakness. It was strategy. And now they finally know exactly who I am.